Welcome back. I'm here with Lainey and we're going to be working through cat-cow. So definitely a staple posture or movement sequence in yoga, but today I'm going to be showing you something functional cat-cow rather than traditional cat-cow. So to kind of help you differentiate between the two, I'll have Lainey demonstrate. So traditional cat-cow is where on the exhalation you round up straight up to the sky and create more of a rounding and a hunching with the upper mid-back. And so if we look at posture and alignment in today's world, this is where so many of us are already overstretched. And so even though we feel a stretch here, what we're really feeling is a stretch from strain. The muscles are strained, they're overstretched, they're not necessarily tight and short. And so now from cat pose, she's just going to sink her belly down, keeping her arms straight and kind of drop it into cow's pose. But what ends up happening is the upper back is so restricted and kind of locked forward that we have this concave chest. Usually the arm bones are spindled in, and we're putting all the direct pressure in the lower back. So we want to think about bending the taffy on all ends. And so that's why I like to work with something called functional cat-cow. It honors the entire spine on both the back side and the front side. It's going to take a little bit of some setting up. I often like to build people into functional cat-cow, and if I am going to do cat-cow, I often let students enjoy it for several minutes, and I'll often go back to it even as the back bend for the class or the extension for the class as an alternative to doing cobra in, let's say, a sun salutation. I'll have people come to the tabletop and do cat-cow instead, and it's really a liberating movement and sequence for people to engage in. So when we're cueing functional cat-cow, I'm going to have Lainey come into cow pose first in just a second. The elbows are actually the initiator. So on the inhalation, elbows significantly bend, tailbone turns up, belly drops, head comes through the rabbit hole, and then up and into extension. As she exhales, she's going to pull her tail between her legs, round out the lower back, mid-back, upper back, lean back as she pushes into the palms, and then inhale, bend the elbows, come through the rabbit hole, pull the shoulders back, and stretch from sternum to pubis bone, and then again, tailbone tucks under, belly hollows itself, body leans back towards the heel so she's not stuck in the upper back, bends the elbows, inhale comes through. Now, she's going to stay here for a couple breaths. If she's really tight in the upper shoulder girdle, as she comes into cow's pose, she may not fully extend the arms. She may actually keep the arms bent so she can create more openness through the front shoulders and really lengthen up, literally from the chin to the sternum to the pubis bone. If she's super tight in the upper back and just jams the arms straight right away, which is often what many people default to, she's going to end up kyphotic and rounded in the upper back. You've literally eliminated a big majority of the openness of the front body in a pose like cow. And then same thing again. Exhale, rounding the back, lean way back towards the heels, press and pull. Awesome. Inhale, bend the elbows, come forward, pull the shoulders back. Think about pulling back on the hands on the floor and pressing the chest forward. Exhale, tailbone curls under, pelvic floor engages. Imagine pulling your pubis bone to your nose. And then again, inhale, uncoil the tail, come through the rabbit hole. We're stretching from chin to tailbone. And then on the next exhale, she can round it back and even sit onto the heels completely and take a breath. Great job.